Hello and welcome to the Beef Edge, the Teagasc Beef Podcast, for all your latest news, information and advice for Irish beef farmers. I'm Catherine Egan, and on this week's episode, I'm joined by future beef programme participant Aonghusa Fahy from County Galway to get an insight into his plan for the breeding season ahead. Aonghusa, you're very welcome. Can you talk me through your beef system?
My beef system is a spring calf and suckler cow system, and bringing them all to beef. I hope to finish my heifers at 22, 24 months. I finished some of my males at under 16 months, the ones that have hit target weights and weighed over the 420, 430 kgs, and then the rest of them are steers, finished off as steers at around 28 months. That's really my system, really.
Very good. And with the breeding season around the corner, what's your plan?
Well, Catherine, I hope to start on the 22nd and 23rd. My heifers, I hope to start on the 22nd. And the cows on the 23rd. I'm using synchronisation program with my heifers in an out farm, so I just want to focus really on that first of all, and then the following day I'll be starting into my cows. And
what's the synchronisation program that you're using for the heifers?
Well, it's a fixed time AI. It's an 8-day program. The first day will be cedars and inserted and GNRH. And on the 6th day, then we'll inject with PG. And on the 7th day, we'll inject with PG again and remove the cedar. And then on the 9th day, we'll inject GNRH and fixed time AI, all them as well.
And what are you looking for in the sires that you're going to be using on these replacement heifers?
More so, it's easy calving. The bull I've chosen for all of them is Eden Del Ivor, LM 2014. His calving difficulty is 6% on heifers. He's good shape as well, and the offspring seems to be going good for that bull, so it's just ideal for them heifers as well.
And you'll intend to calve these heifers at 2 years. How are you finding that?
It's okay. It's grand so far. They've met their target weight. I have there's 8 altogether. In it, 4 from a dairy cross herd that I brought in as calves, and 4 from my own. They were kind of the heifers that were they met all their target weights, and they're on the 3rd of March. They were 450, and my own ones. And the other ones were 350 on average, hitting to 360, say 355 average weight, and on the 3rd of March. And by now, I expect them ones to be over 400 kgs, and that's what I'm hoping for. And my own ones will be well over the 450, all of them.
And how have you found calving the heifers that calved at 2 years this spring?
No problem at all. I used a different bull last year. I used DMM, easy calving also. It was no problem, but I just felt that I just could go with a bit more shape on the offspring, really. On that, there was no major problem.
Are you going to be using AI on the cows as well when you start on the 23rd?
I'll be starting on the 23rd, and I'll be using AI on all the first round, and most of my cows, that I would say for the ones I want replacement, I will give them another round of AI as well if needs be. So yeah, they're starting on the 15th or on the 23rd as well. Yeah.
And what are you looking for in the sires for the cows that you're using for replacements?
Replacement, well, milk will be my major thing. I'll be going for a bit of I'll try to bring in a bit of hybrid vigor as well. So I'll be kind of suiting the bull to the cow. So be it, really. Some of my cows are Herefords. Some of them are Simmentals. I have Limousines, and I have Shirleys as well. I'll be using the bulls that I'll be using will be Whitecliff RL, which is CH 621 or 6271, and also Lapoon as well. CH 4321 also, and the bulls that I'll be using for in limousine kind of bulls, I'll be using JSS, and I'll be using Craig Park markers as well, which is LM 54-22, and I have a few cows that are kind of a bit plain, and they're strong cows. And I'll be using Tom Choice Imperial as well, LM 2117 as well.
So a wide variety of bulls across all the cows.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, we went through them there and kind of picked out the bull to suit the cow really, which is major because I've seen in the last few years when I started using AI, I see there was a big difference between my own bull, didn't suit all my cows. Some of them just didn't just breed well, just did not suit the bull I was using myself, and it's if you use the right cow, or sorry, the right bull for the right cow, it makes a big difference as well.
And you're working off farm as well, Angus. How are you managing the labour of using the eye in comparison to previously when you would just have let out the stock bull?
First of all, we'll try to keep them nearest the house, all the ones that were AIing, say, it kind of started about 3 weeks ago. I let out the vasectomised bull, and he was picking up all the cows that were coming into heat. So then last Saturday we scanned all the cows as well. So they're all cycling except two of them, and we'll put seeders into them also. So it's really compact, keep it all compact as well. Also, I used the Moo Call heat sensor as well, which is a great job because it records as well beforehand, and I know the cows are kind of coming into heat, so I can keep a closer eye on them as well. We use the tail paint as well, and with that, with watching the morning and watching the evening and the middle of the day, we seem to do fine on that.
And how does the heat sensor actually work?
The heat sensor goes by movement of the bull. Obviously, he just goes around the bull's neck. It's a kind of a collar system, and it just goes on the movement of the bull onto the cow. The cow has a tag, and it just picks up when it's coming into heat then.
And you get a text, or how does that work?
Sorry, you get a text as well when it says you get high, you get low, and medium activity, and then you know straight away that there's something happening, and it's a great indicator, especially heat coming in. Now it might pick up cows about 2 to 3 days sometimes beforehand, and it gives you a great get your AI man organised. I want you on that tomorrow, whatever. At night or whatever time he can fit you in the morning or the evening then on that. And you can really pick up, like say, even if I wasn't around gone to school myself, my father's there as well, like you can say, oh, that cow's showing, coming into heat. He might have actually no sign of heat, there'd be no mountain yet or anything, but he'd be just starting to follow her, and you can give you can organise yourself and maybe see what's happening and coming ahead of the actual time, really.
And you mentioned there that you've done a pre-scan. What benefit has that been to you?
We started pre-scan the last 2 or 3 years. First of all, it was really just to tighten up my calving pattern as tight as possible. It picks up the cows that are dirty or that are not cycling, or some of them that are cycling that just haven't put up the egg yet. And you see exactly what's happening inside them. Like we had one there now that I didn't think was dirty. I knew she hadn't come in heat right, but I hadn't a clue what was happening. And I obviously just gave her a clean out there as well, a wash out on Saturday as well when we were scanning them. And also we have 2 that are not cycling, and they'll be coiled as well. And this weekend as well. That's an 11-day program that we're using for that on that program. So the first day will be cedars in with GnRH, and on the 8th day we'll be injecting with PG and ECG, and we'll remove the cedar. On the 11th day, then we'll AI them and inject with GnRH as well with them 2 cows are not cycling yet.
This is a huge benefit to keeping it compact for you. What's your plan for how long is the breeding season going to last?
The breeding season will be about 9 weeks. I will give them 2 rounds of AI and then just let off my bull just to clean up then. I'll be hoping that like the 6 weeks that, about 80% of them will be served at that time anyway. At least.
And what's your health plan for the weeks ahead?
The heifers 6 weeks ago were bolused, and the cows were bolused at Christmas time, and in June as well they'll be bolused again, just for minerals as well. Then really we'll just watch out in for we've done sampling and see if they're going correctly and stuff like that as well, and the heifers and the cows as well.
Great, Angus. And I suppose for grassland management for the next number of weeks, that will be key to keep the nutrition right for the cows. What's your plan on the farm at the moment?
Well, it's going perfect up today. We let out the heifers, and the last week in January they never had to go in. They're fine. They're on the now farm. There's plenty of grass there. But at home, we've started to introduce silage there the last few days. Obviously, we're just coming to our in cycle. They were let out on February, say the 7th of February, say the 8th of February, first one calved on the 7th of February, and the 8th were let off, say the first one was let off the grass. Within 3 days we're running on grass, but we're just moving to the end of the cycle of the first round, and there's only 800 to 900 on the paddock that I want to graze, so I'll slow down the rotation, and I introduced silage there, and that will just buy me a few days, and hopefully when I get over to around 1,000 to 1,100 in that paddock, I'll start it off again. And it's really, they're all around the 7, 8, 900. So once I just slow down a few, they'll be all catching up as well, and it'll be grass fed the whole time after that then again.
And I suppose in the coming days, you're really planning for closing up for silage. What's your plan when it comes to closing for silage?
Well, we spread a slurry there. We grazed it off and then spread the slurry, say the first round 2 weeks ago, and we just topped it up with 30 units of nitrogen protected urea. And again, in about 2 more weeks, we'll go another 30 units. But I'll be trying to go for top quality silage. So I'll be kind of cutting as soon as I can once nitrogen's gone out. So about the 14th, 15th of May, we'll be trying to cut it. We've silage left over from this year. Probably not as good. It was 68, 69. We're probably using that on the cows, but I'll be going for top quality for feeding my replacement especially, and I have a lot of finish in stock, so they'll be trying to get the best quality silage possible on that.
Thanks, Angus. We look forward to following your progress in the Future Beef programme, and the best of luck for the breeding season ahead.
Thanks very much, Catherine.
That's all for this week's episode, and my thanks to Angus for joining me on the show. You can catch up on all other shows and interviews from the Beef Edge podcast on the Teagasc website at teagasc.ie, or you can listen on Apple and Google Podcasts as well as Spotify. Don't forget to rate, review and subscribe so you never miss a show. For all other updates from our beef programme, keep an eye on our Twitter and Facebook pages. Until next time, I'm Catherine Egan, and thanks for listening.